be wow them. I say we are building. Inti ene wa wo hweme no. Including NPP for mo hweme a e bi kura mu didi matemi. Ye bisa mo say habo na na bawumi ase they are building o si no away. Because ono ankasa ne boss o mampanyi Akufuado ye to abane ma wo mu wie pe no wakọ radio so akọka se ono onka ni ba bia se obesi ana wo si habo ama Cape Coast for shani so o mampanyi Akufuado not Sammy Gyamfi not NDC o se ba wo mi ayo trofo because ono yo mampanyi no onka ni ba bia da se o si habo e wo Cape Coast ana wo besi eno ho adanse ni hwema me.
First, the harbor
on this Cape Coast for Ankasa, Ekasa about Nada, Papeo Dasui, mon father Tosumame, Alaji Bawumia, or the Dada Omo. Play that video for me.
I don't understand the apology. What he's saying, I don't understand it. Is he apologizing that he lied on Eagle FM? Or is apologizing that he's no longer going to build the harbor for us? You see, and what we have at Elimina is not a harbor that he promised Cape Coast. What Nanado has done, Nanado has told people of Cape Coast that we should all start crying. He has told that Cape Coast, our father has died.
And I mean, Uko Cape Coast, harbor, nail, airport, she, nothing has been done. Say, same podium, munya to me, no. Omampenyi Akufuado say, wakoda dream when we say, Cape Coast for Kramon Sem Fata Airport. Oh yes, waka. Ibi announce. Waji 2 million based on Bosha what the Asha will say. Messi harbor awensi. Or say Misi airport no. What the Kawonya no humpo. Also wa dream when we said maybe I won't share in here sana. And cry ni Cape Coast here 1 hour 30 minutes. And cry ni Cape Coast 1 hour 30 minutes. What do you hear one dance any?
This morning, people feel strongly that looking at our potential in tourism, we need to put up an airport.
This is a place which is 1.5 hours from the capital, which is the major international airport. There's an airport. I say the need. These things, they're not the response of a government should not just be people say we need an airport. The response of a government should be the matter has been thoroughly examined and the need has been established. And that is the process that the Ministry of Aviation is going through. It's doing the same with Koforidua from the region from which I come, which is also another regional location which is very near Accra, another an hour and a half, to be able to decide for ourselves whether in fact the need for the airport can be justified. When you have Accra, you have Kumasi, you have Tamale, you have Takrady, whether on the coast, with Accra's presence, there's a need for an additional airport.
Okay. Let me just bring up this question, if you don't mind, because this is the first time I'm at.
We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between them, and it's a major growth pole if we put an airport here to drive infrastructure growth.
I can't help myself but laugh. Video ID can boy any Omampenyi Akufuado. Wako free mante wako tena radio so. I was say habo ne de ho de crowd on de so wan hye sa abo no ba wumi ane kodi ne turo. Airport so I say Omampenyi Akufuado enim so onhoro so. So what twa ne bossa again they say kan airport won hia ma Cape Coast na o say men ka sa ba ye ntimi nsore nka say ye kusi airport sa akwa e was ye nhwehwemu hu say airport so no e be hia because enkran wo he ya Takrady wo he ya wo nyina wo airport Cape Coast hemfimfi nti Cape Coast there afi wo say ye shin no san nhwehwemu e wo say nka la Omampenyi Akufuado say wo say wo yansa na waka say wo be si airport wo Cape Coast no ade no ma nyansa ansa no mode saa bɔhye ne ba abeji tumi afei o manya tumi awie no so aboa no fidie ne chie na fidie chi na ne sunku agya no so ade sunku sese dia o se o se ekoye nhwemu se wo hia anso tie ba wo mi a o se o wo hia pa ye hia airport e wo Cape Coast because Cape Coast wa takrade wa ha enkran wa ha triangle no wa ye nesase ti ye kra bit my railway lines. You see this man, he talks big but he also lies big. He is nothing but a braggadocious talkative. Oyobi ananwe de say yemfa dokodoko sempa under the nipa no oye, and that is what you have seen. By yenko ye nimmerity. Number 2, the Chrese Bawumia on Kanokre, and we can't trust him. For Cape Coast for airports and harbor fiasco ne tunchen. Now here we. Or say in 18 months of an NPP government, no community in Ghana will have a water or toilet problem. But we ne kai 2016. We jina simpie so. Se Ghana for mon to abamaye. Na mo to abamaya. Bo so me du nwotwe achi. Ensuo hawe wo Ghana nyina no ebe solve. Ni ama Ghana fo nyina ensupa no. Ejanan bia ya ne problems e wo ha nyina so yebe solve. Na se bi obia so enya bi. But we ne kai. This was not even in the NPP's 2016 manifesto. Ne ni omo manifesto mo. Enti untumi nka say it's a failed manifesto promise. Na party bia no eto de bia enye omo manifesto promises nyina no mutimi di so. This was not a manifesto promise. But because gina platforms wa na it is entro no a bar from left, right, center. Even what is not in their manifesto, he will lie about. This is the evidence. Video ne mame.
There should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem.
No. TFU video now can in community will have a water or toilet problem. The way I will share me no cannot correct them say. And Ghana 18 months na twam wo fie mo 8 years. They are in their 8th year. Water and toilet problem no ya solve where we are now. How can any even make such a promise? It is only a liar. Or no, everything is about power. So be ditro aji to me kura won fa ho. Number 3. Alute 16. Oba yanim se Ghana for yan to abama NPP. No betena konwa so no. Oka asem bia na ede pa. Se bi asem we ukọ nwuram. Eko ka kira aboa moti akra obedi wachi afiri nwuram abafie. Asem wa na asi kire wom. Asemwana ewowum ede. Or say we don't have to borrow for roads. All we need to do is to tow the roads. Or say Ghana, onyame ehirayen. Eja ne boss Akufo-Addo say yetisika so ekom de. And bawomia ebo 10 awon chen. Say akwan ya Ghana ye hia nyina ye hia kra say ebeje besia. Ye hia sa akwan na yaye no yemfa road tolls insisi so ye gigi sika na ye betumi dia ya akwan ni nyina obi nyi ni se nipa bi petini ada pa ka bibisa. Somebody is watching. I'm not a prophet, but I'm sure obi I want to asem we no maybe thinking say Sammy Gyamfi obo aba obi enti bi nkasa anywhere.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
Producer, I'm about to repeat it, mama. Why? Repeat it, mama.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
So, and throw here, in Kuntumpu here. 2016, no chance run na osre. And then the Ochan Trona now Sasso Asanos when he beat him co. A young tronqua. Obe Hanan ya candidate no sre. Oh, ya be yelis is here. Nancy, meet me who know a cojana and no matter and him no genanum. Ye was yes a samra way ye be triamoka. Now people still believe this liar. Just a penny say ye de yow. Na nyaw ya, ye nyaw fire. And throw away in it, you still believe this liar. Nenye ne NPP agu anka Darocha party Professor Kofi Abriva P party ka papa we betimi aye omo franka tufu ana e besia o mabo besia amen na Ghana car Kwame Nkrumah Afrifa ni kotoka e champon Akufo-Addo papa mpo Akufu-Nom Dr. Hilal Liman JJ Rawlings Papa Kofo Papa Atamils Papa John Mahama 59 years omo tena konwa so besia omo boy ne ka omo di Ghana 120 billion ne da no pana Jack Toronto ni ninu aketwa ba wo mi a wo se ni se e bobesia pode ye kwan omo de ka no every 120 billion 6 billion and now check Ghana your population ye be 30 million Ghana ni bia de ka over 22,000 cities yes including wa wohweme including NPP ni CPP ni NDC ni including akraketwa ya won ne over 22,000 titisika no 220 million no kanono in the Ghana is bankrupt or my need to mean to aneka. And in fact, not only are we engulfed in debts, IMF was a canon despite the promise by this government said we will never go to the IMF. IMF is the world's largest borrower in terms of IMF. What do you read video with CCA? Producer, give us that tape and let people judge for themselves.
What was the promise of the NPP?
You have to borrow responsibly.
He lied. Today, Ghana remains the world's largest borrower at the IMF. Nanado doesn't give a hoot.
We won't borrow money. Everybody borrows money.
They promised to borrow responsibly.
It only means that we are going to borrow responsibly and not recklessly.
I warned Akufo-Addo about his excessive borrowing.
What's that?
They were warned from 2019 all through to 2024. They kept borrowing.
You have to borrow responsibly.
Ghana's debt a staggering 99% of GDP by the end of 2023.
You have to borrow responsibly.
Thus, the World Bank has cautioned Ghana against excessive borrowing amidst concerns.
It only means that responsibly and not recklessly.
As a Ghanaian, if we divide the national debt by the total number of Ghanaians, which is roughly give or take 30 million, in 2017, every Ghanaian owed 4,874 cedis. Fast forward to 2021, you owe 12,146 each and every one of you. When we look at 2024, when President Nana Akufo-Addo will be leaving office, you will be owing all the international debtors 18,312 Ghanaian cedi.
You have to borrow responsibly and not recklessly. You have to borrow responsibly and not recklessly.
Words may be forgotten, but broken promises are etched in our souls. Your words mean nothing, Baumia, when your actions are complete opposite of what you did in office.
These are the people who said, these are the same people. Confused bunch of people. Rotos no must confused. They don't know anything. And so mu jo manim chain the baby no mu bundi penim tia. And that one, this is their scorecard relative to borrowing. All presidents from Nkrumah to Mahama in 59 years, 120 billion. More 7 years, 81.8 billion. No more they are the papa mpo Kenya ya. Dear no more this kanaye. Not even one hospital ometimi fiti ase whether a regional hospital or a district hospital ye fiti ase ewie adi petimi kom koja yare dey no this can I we disikani say atam, and that is why we are struggling. And these people say they will break the 8 almost sounds what shall to abama omo, and some want to make another mistake. No, don't make a third time mistake by believing these lies. Number 4, Alhaji Bawumiana. I say we will start constructing roads with concrete instead of asphalt. Yamposo kakra hadie emwedru. Asem way emwedru. So because since Ghana beto ho no, enkroma kra o de fa hudie ba menye so shebo she bi say. But this man Bawumia promised. Ghana kwan nyina wo se wo ye asphalt a esentem dodo. Nti ono or the proposal akoma banya giatum. Nti akwan ye wo Ghana nyina no mo ba ye no concrete na Ghana fo abaje so you. Na asem no de ehu kra ne sa asem no ka na sori dem. Muntie mi yo. Enye so ka no political campaign platform so. No waka say oh political campaign platform the deputy minister. Muntie mi ye. Onyame fie. Enya sori bia kwa lighthouse. Osofo penyi Dagi Ward Mills. Na sori onyame fie nyame sofo te wo. You see Bawumia ensuru nyame. Just like ne boss Akufo-Addo ada de nyame so we see asori dan amano a. Wa fa so de awia Ghana sika over 1 billion new Ghana cedis. Na de otimi ye ya ma nyame the biggest pits in the whole world no. Bawumia so kujina asori dem. Ekodi tro so obeye concrete roads asphalt crade enye omujaye me patcho hwe ehwo adanse ni
all this asphalt bitumen stuff which the roads get washed away after 2 seasons. You look at the Mamoto Way, which was built with concrete and it is lasting almost 50 years. And so that sort of got me thinking, and we started that discussion. It's a simple idea, but it's full of wisdom. I checked and I realized that even in India, since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses, and we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop Dag, I'll let you last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
Well, ABC Harvest Chapel, ABC Lighthouse. Whether Harvest or Lighthouse, it's Bishop Dag be or. But no matter the name of the chini, since all casa selling concrete road nebi way. Wa wutie mi NPP ni a o hwe mi a wudidi matem no. Wo concrete road nebi wo ukrom. And you are marketing this liar. I don't know yes NPP for I don't know yes sir. Mum pa chokra for true. Me catch I say tetena. Say we are in the time of grace. Adom remuni away. Tetena na mransem duni adwuma na Bawumia. Enko gira wo twa tro na asase apai na nyame bufuo no asase na mene no. How can you lie even in church? How can you lie like that? 80 okay no Central for report here. Ghana Web, this is it. 18 July 2017, we'll start constructing concrete roads in Ghana. Bawumia. Number 5, where the for one kasa was sitting in. This is direct. And then NPP for the BBR by a friend of E-Levy, Momo tax. It doesn't only apply to mobile money. I will send you a $2 to. We hear you breast somewhere in 50 years. Juma or send you an abandon some $2. And yet Bawumia obey economic management in Chamaya KNT been paying some da. But baby ame kunye. This same Bawumia 2020 yakotuaba on Peace FM sometime in August 2016. Who said about one mraso NPP here to me no ofiti ase twa kontompo. Kontompo ne ne zen. O se o mommo de eye hiafo ne yusu. Ehinia say de to bi abeto so because momo ye hiafo ne ye momo. Enti to pa say de beto momo so de bida. Bawumia promise. Yet ono ankasa ehwe me ye the E-Levy baye. Share this video for me.
Oh, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is for me my view and that we should not tax mobile money because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. You know, someone will get sent 5 CDs on mobile money. Why would you want to tax that? Oh, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is for me my view and that we should not tax mobile money because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very
poor people. You know, someone will get sent 5 cedis or mobile money. Why would you want to tax that?
Yes, I for another one. I say, why would you want to tax mobile money? A bribe and so here. Yet, on the E-Levy buy. And then what paper no so minimum she a good for don the buy and I mean can home. A paper no if you say you refi. Bosha or the share and the but well, I don't see that was a Bawumia himself. And the proposal E-Levy on the cover buy. On the that's what I had the buy my bind it too. And Yamen America. NPP, then General Secretary, for Penny, CEO of NPP. Or cabinet meetings, John Boyd on the kind, any more. Another screen is no. Or say, we dear Bawumia Semwa, I feel more mame. Modern Ghana. This is a story by Eric Nanaya Kwafo. Or say, Bawumia is in full support of E-Levy. John Boyd reviews John Boyd. Because he was going to the cabinet meetings and also Bawumia in full support, not in support, in full support of E-Levy. When you force a quarter question of amount to anything, this same man not the E-Levy abano, and there were promises will be try E-Levy when yaji. How can you believe him? Obiso John Boyd will be on paper Bawumia 17 or cancer, no problem. We Gideon Boako, spokesperson to Bawumia. And also so need you know say Bawumia supports implementation of E-Levy. Bawumia supports implementation of E-Levy. Spokesperson. Go and read the story. myinfo.com. It is there. And throw number 6. Ebusian 4. Mokai Bawumia and US dollar 1 cent. Embra na Bawumia be petuni. None a pet subject. As someone not kapa was about CD. Because of Mampenya Kufuado Mayeti as yes or no onim sikasem tutoye. And untino wakofa alaji Bawumia so mebuano. No meshe Ghana sikasem so. Eti Akufuado wo video bi jinaka so say CD na ye hata no kasa wodwom. And untina makofa owura Bawumia o mebua. And Bawumia so kansem. Se Ghana sikasem fapem under Mahama. Atetia pansam. The fundamentals are weak. And if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Shebompo said, watch it after they came to office, after 100 days, also watch dollar to prison, they won't suffer IGP. And then dollar. And then I'm saying, share video, mame.
But if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. The type of free fall that we are seeing with the cedi exchange rate is a vote of no confidence by market players in the management of the economy.
So, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So Ghana, sika semfa pemtete pansamoa, dollar be kosro guye sika nanimu ase, ama obi ehun say ye mo number. Samra wakasa no. Na dollar ni nyame do 4 cedis impo, because this was before December 2016. It was around 3 cedis. Bawumia still on TB da. Mahama more number. Mahama nima mamu. Fundamentals ni weak. Na the entire dollar yet 3 cedis at the time was because investors are passing vote of no confidence. Or much less, Omundi GDBia we sikasemu. Yeah, Bawumia, the Benyu Anashonsa, in Fiongotrini. Fundamentals, man, how far now? Oga, how far with the fundamentals? Dollar now watching a prison. What in Kinsey, what it change? And the dollar kaka krebi na 16 Ghana cedis. Every full soon. A kwanso for bread. A maybe bia ya the dollar krebia boy day. Say from podie bubu. President Mahama breso now pay 1 million CFA, 6,500 ubenyabi. And I just look it up close to 27,000 cedis. But ne be ne dia yo. Adena won kano kresa. Why? Number 7. I'm showing you 10 lies peddled by Papeya Otisuye Osiyantu Abamano. Mon first year ne mameno. I'm showing you. So nyano kwafo. you can't trust him. And once you can't trust him, you can't vote for him to lead this country. Because you also obey beyond when you to me we are obesisanano. The Cape Coast Harbour, Cape Coast Airport example are clear. What did he say? Number 7, I'll say under an NPP Akufo-Addo government, the economy will grow, say no and grow, and there will be jobs and jobs and jobs. Say yeah, but niya beshisho mind sika semye. Na o mind sika sembe nyina busu ama adwuma so akosoro buso. Wa wo hwe me. Na adwuma ho 70. Na Akufo me chiamo. Mo 700 Ghana no mafa o, so me nkro ma ntua. And now, minti bi krada national service personnel omo strike. National service personnel omo allowance I'm not sure is even up to 2,000 cedis. And so omo lorry fempo omo strike. That is how broke and bankrupt this man Bawumia has rendered our economy. Nurses omo school 2017, 2021, 2022, 2023 omo tifie adwumanio nurses. Teachers, or my school tifie. Yamoma three exams, so my national service, no jobs. And the unemployment rate are 8.4%, almost 15%. So economy no can say to grow and create jobs. What the video nini? Look at the evidence.
Economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and
This is the economy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, where unemployment has increased from 8.4% to almost 15%. National service for Ako strike. What be that? And they were unemployed trained teachers association. Unemployed trained nurses association. There is no hope. And this man says Santua Bamani Biem. Adengana for Yahudi and Nikosro. Omubu saying. Shantre da we die on one in Grofo, Zongo for because we in Cremoni. Not me cry me so in Cremoni, Papa Bay. Because then now or the Bawumi or China or the Timothy. And they say, I'm a power Christian, and you're Kremuni. But this is what he promised the people of the Zongos. I said, we will build model senior high schools in Zongo communities in each of the 16 regions of the country. Alajiba will be on the kind. Say, Zongo will region biya. Into region biya, including what we will region, whether Ashanti, whether Bono, whether Hafo. Or see a very Zongo kesi awoni esi secondary school kesi a model school ama Zongo for akobi. And what dance ni? Hwemame. NPP will build 16 model senior high school Zongo communities across the country. Bawumia promises. 1st August 2020. Ni ekwa kotoaba say ya. 4 years ni school no so we si ba akokra aka ebeka so we fiti ase. Not even one has been built. Not even one. He promised 16, not even one. And I'm not promising missy way. Where are the model senior high schools in Zongos? Number 9. Mokai is the same way. Bawumia secures $19 billion Chinese loan for Ghana. Hey, I tell you some Bawumia free say a refi. But in this campaign, it's about trustworthiness. It's about principles. It's about credibility. This was a time Bawumia called China. Obaye jamboree kesiye nipa koshia airport. The economic whiskey has hit a jackpot. Or the $19 billion from China. Where is the evidence? This is the evidence. Ghana were 5th July 2017. $19 billion Chinese aid. Security to get 25,000 houses. Bawumia so onwa konya $19 billion. Obe sit down kwa mako 25,000 and ama security agencies. Not 2,500. Not a dime 25. Houses a dime kwa 25,000. Bawumia, I am trying to tell you say pay no crane in the noom or your trofo. That is who he is. Where is the 19 billion and where is the 25,000 houses? Na yenya papa bi okrom wa IDEC penyipa Dr. Emmanuel Akweti samre no mu fi say yenya ade ehren bia na ye good o. But omo ba wo mi atwa omo nice. They said we wako circle na ye de key soup ayo iPhone no. Ba wo mi defraud omo. I say let's applaud Bawumia for securing $19 billion Chinese loan. I say Bawumia ayade ye mo yensem mano. So the executive director of the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEC, Dr. Emmanuel Akweti, has lauded government's ability to secure a $19 billion aid to boost the economy. Ye mo yensem mano. This is a quotation. The man goes to China for 3 days and brings $19 billion to our economy. Let's give him a round of applause. Round of applause for Bawumia. It is a round of applause in 19 billion away. Otrofo. Amba. And that is the same gain Frakadama or the Ghana for. Ewaha. You actually cried, they say $19 billion Chinese deal, joint venture, not a loan. Say a joint venture. You see, Bofwa can see and yem or the baby penny swada than the pankwa. No crebianim. Me me two me machres, me say Bawumia on cano cre. I've given you 10 lies. I've given you the evidence. Well, we are on number 9. Let's go for number 10. Number 10, we are going to stay on this for about 20 minutes. Because they won't hear. The entire menu is because of number 10. Okay. I will move Ghana from taxation to production. Me banama betete to also. Na me the Ghana free taxation to production. Yenre. So the free taxation to production. Etwa na yetuya under NDC Mahama breso no wabete so mama yenre. Yedi kan. Yenre to nko a Bawumia yedi o maizi kasem nsa as chairman of the economic management team odi agu yenso. Aban ne betra konwa so a first 10 and omoto VAT move 5%. And ansonwa ye fret will be special import levy. Nemre son 2017. I was saying carbine ni twem. But we three move from 2017 to 2019. So tax number 2. 2% special import levy. See say sa 2% special import levy. Omo promises omo be twem no. And then omodi ato yen so up to 2024 oto abama omo a ombesan so atrema ma watua start to no na was say end 2017 omo trem to 2019 san so shemra act 1011 e de call 2024 2023 and omo so o ma sese o ma dwen o ma je national fiscal stabilization levy 5% na they say there omo beje almost sadino no my growth and sustainability levy pentimamento the value is the same. You are paying all these taxes without knowing in different ways and forms, and that is why I will be no because the Osha will say he will move you from taxation to production or your trofo when in the bush so a personal income tax they reviewed it. The 35% personal income tax on a monthly chargeable income exceeding 10,000 was introduced in August 2018. This was reviewed to 30% on monthly chargeable income exceeding 20,000 in the year 2019. Mokai luxury vehicle tax. You say NPP Bawumia I also no nim taxes muchen ubia or the tax be buyer. Car ni engine bro 1.5 liters bi say luxury car including toilet car nyina ye je omo between 1,000 cedis to 2,500 omo je ya twen moja eduru ba bi yesu ye demonstration omo se omo jai but omo je communication service tax they increased the rate by 50% from 6% to 9%. 6% to 9% communication service tax taxation to production for assembly account. Where you from 2021 to 2022, 1% COVID-19 levy on the 3% VAT flat rate, and that one, making it 4%. Now, COVID the area babe kum ya say adwuma so no yasan so timi e de dane to manfo so ana in the whole world. The whole world, not just Africa, Not just West Africa, the whole world. Ghana and Kwan and the COVID, so I had a boneno, I done it to ato the man force. Malaria, it's a buyer, no, and a JJ Rollins, the malaria levy buyer, and Kabawomi and Yakufu don't Kadia Nombeka. Do we have HIV levy? Or cholera levy? Or typhoid levy? Why do we have a COVID levy? 1% on VAT. And so how? So trom you knew. National Health Insurance levy so near 2.5%. Yeah, the COVID levy na sans what so and also 3.5. 5% financial sector cleanup recovery levy. Financial institutions are now 9 billion na save omo. They spent 25 billion on collapsing them. That is how wicked they were. Tax into what account, what bank, the bank transfers this levy on you. You pay anytime you do any financial service. They transfer it, you pay. Look, 1.5% e-levy actually, only about 1%. I hope you are counting the taxes. If you count, you will get more than 50. More than 50. I'm telling you. The man who promised you said, Obe move from taxation to production. Fuel idea, Juma. Look at the taxes. These were the people are not petrol boarding or bomb better so. The energy sector levy 20 pesos. We a new one. 20 pesos. Every liter. Petrol ni diesel. Anwa konko no fried talk konko no. Beer 20 pesos. And the 18 pesos energy sector levy ato LPG. Iti baby abefe biya yebechew. You will meet Bawumia and his wicked taxes. And on the sanitation and pollution levy, the baller tax. And crime for Muntie, baller tax. High teen and Soto Kakrebia. Na in so yidifying because a thing a try winning Asia. We are engulfed in filth. Even gutters square was about Nitimono or Wintimintin by you to baller tax. Why would to petrol? Why would to diesel? Why would for car? Or be I to and so on find there was someone there. Omudi chomanum spelele. Abuzavo, where no new taxes on fuel commodities, but where your taxes are, net that fuel so that omobeto ya no be say was road do omobete so. And also some ready on my road fund levy ya de kwan. Na your 40 pesos and normally I call 48 pesos every liter of diesel and petrol. That's why you find the primary distribution margin. Now you have 4 cedis 50 pesos. No, now 4.5 pesos and now 26 pesos. Into Munu, a 477% increase. We are not just talking about the 10% or 20%. 477. How wicked can Bawumia be? That one tax handle on fuel, 477% increase. I'm giving you the facts. Check. Boss margin, now 3 pesos per liter of diesel and petrol. And now 12 pesos. Percentage in 200%. Anyone that say petrol gallon present Mahama Brasso na 14 cedis no. And then later I want no wedding check for 4 gallon yellow no. And that gallon came 60 cedis, came 65 cedis. Petrol gallon. Inti adia de faka bia boy den e wo dwaso. Wo ton aye nto ufiri aye ntua. It is because of a modern taxes. I want you to know, look, not even Idi Amin Dada or Mobutu Sese Seko was wicked enough to increase taxes and introduce so many taxes on their people at the same time. And Pranero Mukrana no Moshini Pano no or Manyas Adiwe. Look, fuel market margin 1 cedi 50 pesos. And nobody are called 9 cedis. Now you're 1.5 pesos. Somebody are called 9 pesos. 500% increase. UPPF. Now you're 9 pesos. Somebody are called 90 pesos. The entire petrol wire then 900% increase. Abai bien you are Ghana beto wire setting more the same way. 900% increase in UPPF. Fuel market margin 500% increase. Boss margin 300%. Primary distribution margin 477%. How wicked can you be? Yet you promise to move us from taxation to production. The same petrol. There will be a energy debt recovery levy. Now you're 41 pesos and then you're 49 pesos, 19.5%. And put the money to 4 increase in price stabilization recovery levy. Now petrol you're 12 pesos. And then a 33, no, a 16 pesos. The percentage is 33%. Now diesel no 1 liter beer the daso sa price stabilization recovery levy no. And also so na 10 pesos, somebody about 14 pesos. Into mono 40%. Where you twa menu mienu tua. Se ne be ya fa wo boko soro a aban ne betimi aso ya sene no wate bo no so. O ma ba betum agi over 3 billion in price stabilization recovery levies at free ho. Edwuma was on mode here, which is that omon fante petrol so no, they are not doing it. And until now we no. VAT Oma 2023 omo 2.5% in the VAT rate in kwa 15%. Or they get fund NHI on the kan one we do 20 something. Growth and sustainability levy 5%. Yeah, good companies so. When na yeme ya no. Liwe beka se we na medwen ho a menti ase no. Mama Ghana ya den ni pebre. People are struggling in this country. Boys, enye adwuma. Girls, enye adwuma. Bet kakra brantie betwa on a football game. Na wanya bibi kakra to no bottom so no. Abrantie na bra predict obi wo obedi bet ba ko ne adi no be 100 times. Now one day we lucky no timi predict score line bi ye no di bet kakra. We nya spa chacha ball score line or predict no di na we nya 1,000 Ghana 500 bia but we say no so 10% obeje. That is it. Fees and charges or mobile boom. I can go on and on and on. Shehamame ukojo mu anyama otona o say emu aye den no. In 2023 but we made them ready by parliament. The friend of the Excise Duty Amendment Act 2023. So Excise Duty Amendment Act 2023 Act 1093 no. And sa yenom sparkling wine. Say alcohol ni sparkling wine. We are dokodoko nsa. Na eto eda so no excise duty near 22.5%. But we made the 45%. Not 30, no 45%. Man with the other months, me ta number and then boy day. You know why? Because by we made the law we call parliament. You know? Excise duty that's why na 10%. But we made the 20%. Spirit me producer, ne cameraman, you mo dey hwe mo how far. Mo po enwumire ko a ma bre mo betwa kakra no. Spirits nsa anweden kakra. Na 25%. And also so ba wo mi out to 50% excise duty. We dey emphasize nsa kra de nya de penti wo to emu tax a eye. What about nsu a nipa benom? Water, mineral water, aerated water. Na eto no excise duty na 17.5% or they are called 20%. Nsuo adokodo concern si chire wo mti se coke here da hey. Excise duty 20%. Non-alcoholic beers, beer, alcohol, beer name, 20%. Energy drink, energy drink, 20%. Cider beers, 20%. Other non-alcoholic, 20%. All in one law. The taxes are so many. Oh, can't cry no wabre. They say the about 2024, the odiaba. Non-life insurance. O kwa ku insure o dan o car ne de keka ho a ye de VAT ato so ye de VAT ato se wa wo dan na pese wo ton ana wo rent dan ye de VAT ato so 5%. Textbooks are your mofra de besua de aban we for over 5 years 6 to 6 years omo the new syllabus about no textbooks are awo for beto amankoda exercise books, newspapers, publications, architectural plans, scientific and technical works, magazines, periodicals, calendar, trade catalog, price list, diary, stationery, to say pen, stapler, taxation to production for, and also some of the VAT atoso. Offer plane, domestic air travel, VAT that's so. Domestic transportation, offer SRA VAT, offer formula VAT. O fancy so VAT, stamp duty atum, excise duty no, afekwa no matum boom 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 boom. Na de nwanwa kra bro so no say omo de enwusie so eto ato nwusie so enwusie to emissions levy. Enti enne wa wo moto abobo ya pragia okada Mahama can do. Wa wo car say enwusie free to banko ade say 100 Ghana cedis afibia ne agyew. And the factories no mo ye adwuma mo so produce nwusie no ye besusu nwusie na ehwa say nwusie no do so to 100. Ehwa say nwusie no we dey do so pa to 500. Enwusie to taxation to production people. And that is why His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has promised say bear tax 10% in ubitwem. Boys, this is good news for you. Just say you encourage chacha. No. About 10 billion you person back to chacha. But betting has become a refuge for young people who are totally hopeless because they do many. It is over to make your boy tenye bibi kakre diabo akoma eye chance obakwa akobo krono. Twa bet nye bibi kakra nye ho na bawumia wo don se kwa akwohye agene tax. Na wa be ka che se me ba me twam. Wo betwam a twanu ne because wona economy ni sha wonsa. Akufo ado so tie wo che nipa bia because ono was ebe sikasem a omo number enu nti no do buy. Etu betwam atwam ne. Yes, President Mahama you betimi nya ne bugidie se obetwam. Because we cut taxation to production, you have moved us from taxation to more taxation and more taxation. You can't be trusted. Mahama Sanswa Shebo, this is good news for you. Mo to ade online here timusika no Mahama say e-levy obetwam. Ba wo mia kope so akokabi. He cannot be trusted because onya no kwafo. Nanse Yewra Mahama apart from e-levy, o shia adwadifo kubata ye from Uguta. Or the assembly to be an about ports, taxes, sir, but we mean two woman doors were. A man yama boya den they were ports. Na a jomusu bibia boya den. We are not shebo about those levies. NPP Manifesto.
A person imported a car, and I was just looking at the charges. This is 20% import duty. Then, after that, import VAT. Then, processing fee. Then, ECOWAS examination fee. Then, network charges. Then, network charge VAT. Then, GHS disinfection fee. Then MOTI, import declaration fee. Special import levy. Ghana Export Import Bank levy. Ghana Education Trust Fund. Ghana Education Trust Fund network charge. African Union import levy. Then COVID Health Recovery levy. Then certification. Then IRS. You know, there's overage penalty by 0 because it's a new car. But if it was an overage car, it means it will be 23. You know?
One car will be the Abagana Wui. And what one 23? In which country do you see this? And then man kasa about the Bawumia or position or kind about port duties. And how he said or better port duties so send the ya you bet me competing with Togo ne be keka ho. Ni nyina na nada, ni nyina na frakadam. Inti enne the duty of a car both go and check. Even cars and getting go and check. But there is good news. The nation builder, that honest visionary leader, that experienced leader, why you be da? Oh yeah, I am boafo. You be to me a genedino. Washebo. Said to one obey bibi afao. Shwe mame.
Some of the levies and
Me pacho, this is President Mahama addressing traders. Say port levies fees bebrebe na eku adwadifo no oni omo be ye adwuma na bebrebe wen hia superfluous na yenyi mfiri ho na adwadifo wen ha omo ko adwadifo wen ha omo a ya ye koto ebedi ne so ye ho be ha ye producer by popular request bo tape ni biem.
Some of the levies and other things, what you say, anything I can say, the charges at the port and some of the illegal fees, no, you don't pay your money a year for. So we'll work together on that.
So work together, we'll take some of it out. Those are the words of the nation builder, John Mahama, the man you can trust. And I'm going to show you why you can trust Mahama. I believe, say, we are no for. Even if you are an NPP member, be abontin and I want to menyadre. Be abontin I'll be dimatem. But one kasa who conscience would tibua. Meaning say one kasa. In your loneliness, you will agree with our verdict that this man here, Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, or your trofo, or your dadafo, or your kuntumpuni, your jinidia in ye. And for that matter, Boshe de one and some work as ya work a cano, yatia bre, obi see a swa, and ko share ma. Yem man nada ye be the third time. This is just part one of exposing the dishonesty of the liar, the pathological chronic liar, Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia. There will be part two. And if you mame, ye bape, but the less we forget, no, bro, near the NDC and you know, at waso, sharp, 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 sharp.
Let me be clear. I am utterly appalled and disappointed by the unprecedented unemployment rate we're seeing today. Perhaps if the government had not jettisoned the 40-year National Development Plan, which was developed by the NDPC during my presidency, they would have adopted and implemented my 24-hour economy initiative, which was contained in that document. And that would have saved Ghanaians from these levels of unprecedented unemployment. But as the saying goes, elections
Yes, so this is Lest We Forget. And today on Lest We Forget, we are talking about Mahama, the nation builder. I want you to know the entire Kasa Mahama, a nation builder. Nation builder, Chese. Chese, wo be a impuntu dana kumaso. Wo be a or Jonesha Kain, he's visionary, or when Niswa Dihuno, or on Sheshe Pa. Ye mano, a Quenya Manosumo May as president, no, ye impuntu. The assay of fire in the year. And Yemani will be that in all sectors we saw. And I have this short video documentary put together in 2020 as part of the 2020 election. It's called John Mahama, the Nation Builder. Even though say a 2020 year video, no, it is still very relevant for today. So don't pay attention to the fact that it is 2020. Just watch this video because it is very relevant for the 2024 election. I will talk to you about some of the things John Mahama, the nation builder, may yapomudini ya yarehwe and won't send the health sector, the one who didn't tear yakase. Indeed, John Mahama is a nation builder you can trust.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the nation builder.
John Mahama waya 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 waya. Come on, hey, come on, hey. John Mahama, waya, 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 waya. Waya,
A nation builder is one with vision, a planner, and a master tactician. Here's a man with a team that understands that the implementation of free senior higher education, for example, requires adequate infrastructure in order not to destabilize an already working quality educational system. This is a man with a team that negotiates deals in a holistic manner, like the Tema Port expansion project that concluded with the
hospitals, schools, power plants, factories, and yema bebre stadia, edja, osisi in just 4 years. Eto de bi ebi say 4 years pe. Ebi aga na ase adru no. De na Mahama be. O nti muji tum se mase ga na pa on. Well, I have news for you. If 4 years is enough for Bawumia and Akufo-Addo to destroy Ghana, then 4 years is enough for John Mahama to rebuild Ghana. Because in Yuma Power, airports, schools, hospitals, acquiring interchanges, ema Ghana beye krabehe, edi sika, edi Juma bayan, in a short period of time, despite the challenges we faced. In 4 years. And now, Oba even more experienced than he was then. He will do more, far more than he accomplished in those 4 years. And I want to show you, say Mahama and Bawumia, they are not the same. Bako yo trofo osia onyo. Bako yo nokwafo osia oyo. And I want to show you some of the things President Mahama promised and indeed did in the health sector. There is a 717-bed University of Ghana Medical Center, Accra. It is the best hospital in Ghana. Oko University of Ghana, Legon campus, and Kraiha. President Mahama built it. Jumediano President Males Nefitiasie, Emrana President Mahama, Eye Nabediache. And it's a shortcut sometime in March 2011. Parliament, in fact, Cabinet, Emma approval, also in 2011. Then, 2011, by June, July, Parliament approved the loan. Some meaning in a no man penny mills in your man penia. Na bedi echira obuano. Ama implemented sign is ready huno. Na President Mahama, Sam Vice President Mahama. He was the chairman of the economic management team. Enti project no ho besiane hu sikasemi nyina no. Ona na ehye ne sa obo man penny mills. Ma mo ye sankrata seminar. The cabinet approval, the parliamentary approval of the loan, and the keka ho. But by the time one signed the agreement for the hospital, many don't know the agreement was signed in August 2012, and that time President Mahama was in charge. Kopem say contractor called sites 2013 under President Mahama by. And the hospital no ni sie na koso from Krinkrin to Kankai, the construction, not only the signing of the contract, but the construction. It was the parliamentary cabinet approval shortcutting a C under NDC 1, Mels Mahama, but the actual construction all under the Mahama government. Shema yesiye ho enene omo legon omusia nursing ompesa omo be doctors, health professionals hono omo je enkyerechire na see me reading wokowamu. They have successfully done about 5 kidney transplants. In Fidie wo honudu wa yembe show. People get there and they ask, is this Ghana? Because indeed abrochire even United States of America baby wa hospitals in Nusa Hospital way. It's a quaternary hospital, the best hospital in the whole of West Africa. And this in the President Mahama and the today matters NPP for Kazu. And your mama and the C and Atamils. Now Atamils or NPP ni. The Atamils the C if I'm obeying. Atamils when you're the baby call your papa. Na be the train the President Mahama. President Mahama the onte say bawumia na eyema Akufuado dia the best friend ne bawumia. Baby enko ye dia bawumia say me nim no kra Pontius Pilate. Me can't be. When somebody is your vice or your boss as president, no, you are inseparable. Because I one take it near to Abamamo. And until as a president, you are vice president, acting as president. So when Atamils was president, John Mahama became acting president several times. Same for Bawumia. So the vice president shares in the successes of the president and in the failings of the president. You can't separate it unless you resign. It is Atamils it means John Mahama did it. That is what it means. But I've explained where it started from. The shortcutting, March 2011. The cabinet and parliamentary approval, June, July 2011. President Mahama was vice. The signing of the contract under President Mahama. The construct legacy and on the eka. And this is it. The Nim hospital, the Nim city any UGMC na eka any hospital, let's say hotel. Any because they don't get these facilities any. Then apart from UGMC, the visionary nation builder belt. Or can say Accra, you won't believe it. Into Rage Hospital, now what now practically say no. And I'm a catcher, I say Mahama, or Fadia say no any year. That is why we call him the nation builder. He builds, but Wumia and Akufuado destroys. Look at the when this one there. When this one there. Rage Hospital, 420 bed. And I'm just showing you the exterior. Hotel. Mr. Hotel. A hospital as a hotel. 5-star. Look at it. Abusafo, enya nonko enya nkan de nko. And I will call Esrema Mentifia Pa East Bolegatanga. You see brand new 386 bed. Apa East Regional Hospital. Maybe bo we no NPP for na mudi matter. Mo so mon come mo dia masi. Mo Regional Hospital, mo Quaternary Hospital. Show us your Rage Hospital. Show us your University of Ghana Medical Center. Show us your Apa East Regional Hospital. Show us. This election is about issues. It's about trust. It's about proving track record. Enye nundwane atro. And Apa East the Anusuni big hospital. There's an area view. So I'm enye papa. We took these pictures in 2016 before we left office. Huge. Then Tamale Teaching Hospital phase 2. President Mahama did it. 400 bed. Increasing Tamale Teaching Hospital to 800 bed. Because phase 1 was 400 and we added 400 beds for the people of the north. And you can see that here. This picture was taken in the evening, so it's not too clear. If you go on the internet, you see more. Now, hospital, papa, it will feature here. Your friend of the Bang Hospital. You are born new coronavirus by and on a J Ghana nkwa. NPP ministers now mudi papa ya terminal. Musi oni mama muono. Including the then Minister of Health Ajimamanu. Corona che omo ano omo ji omo ho a enye no. Utu kwan a enye yie koya to airport ni mu. Ntimi nkwa Abrochi Hospital. Omo pe hospital papa akono. Omo nkwa Akufuado Hospital. Omo nkwa Bawumia Hospital because omo ndi bi They went to the Bank Hospital, built by the Bank of Ghana under the able leadership of the then President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder. The Bank Hospital, what was it? John Mahama, and this was their fair, or your guy. The hospital. Yeah, Mahama, go to hospital, let's say. The hospital, the Bank Hospital. And the see what's on. The hospital, the Bank Hospital. Then, this is in cantonments here, Accra, 130-bed Ghana Maritime Authority Hospital. We also certificate President Mills Abreso, President Mahama came and continued it. Hospital Kesiapa. Na pampa mu nyina hospital no ye wo baby a plane kura aeroplane etibisi wo na pampa me as an you can say a helipad and na muhun ha no. This is the Ghana Maritime Hospital. Then 104-bed police hospital expansion. We expanded it by adding 104-bed hospital. No work that any train mu yene kama. And also some hey, this was 2016 when we were about to leave office. And now quite the same President John Dramani Mahama. Who said Ghana have one military hospital. I'm talking about the nation builder John Mahama, which is the 37 military hospital. And who say Ashanti region, not just for the people of Ashanti. Ashanti for too many projects, but they don't vote for you. NDC, whether you vote for us or not, it doesn't matter. John Mahama nye kufuado no wakase ekumfifu ma nto aba ma minti me twema so. Ana anwonafo ma nto aba ma minti se nsuo yiri afa monyema me mfa ho. Nsuo no wankasa share da ma ne nkrofo bie e de sese nipa nyema. President Mahama is not like that. But these things were done in Ashanti because they are central for the northern sector. All the regions, Bono, Ahafo, and even the northern regions can access them. 250-bed, Ewafari. Upper West, 160-bed. These are Eurojust projects. Yes, Kufuor signed agreements, got cabinet and parliamentary approval. Besikana, Omoka, Somoko, Peno, Ama. President Mahama. And August 2012, through a partnership between Absa Bank in SA, and a Barclays Bank PLC, you pay Sika every year, sir, Eurojust projects, including Upper West Regional Hospital. President Mahama economy is serious. So, Afaridie, Medical Kahwasem, the same thing. Apart from that, 7 district hospital, Dodowa, Fomena, Kumawu, Abetifi, 120-bed. It's our district hospitals. NPP can't tell you. Dodowa, you see, in 4 years, many people. Or more, my Bob Bessiacha, Bambia, Wagana, Bakosemu, Ajeje taxes, Acha, Bambia, and all you see, Kacha, Bambia. They can't show you one district hospital they've started and finished. Okay, agenda 111. 111, no more cancer, more the affair back couldn't be seen. He said, you almost be 2026 and Tronkwa. You can't trust them because Sikano or Medinina. So, this is Kumawu Hospital, you see. Hospital no crowd be serious umumie no crowd no na dani asem UGMC for 1 year no more kun almost umumie the same thing they abandoned these projects for years kwa betifia omaja to ama hospital na sese it is there be quite 120-bed hospital district hospital Stepa Nsoko Konongo Salaga Chifi Praso Madina the 100 hospital John Mahama took the loan for all these things. And Sakra na President Mahama Ebeko was also Jebusia 89 million euros for the construction of 85-bed district hospitals at Bupe, Tolon, Sola, Sobenya, Wita, So I can go on and on. This is just part one of his achievements. I don't want to spend too much time. But what am I communicating to you? What I'm communicating to you. And I say, in Penyufo Omujina yenim se yento abama wo no. Baako ujini di enye because onya no kwafo. Shebo a woni so. Ade ne ye white or say black, black or say white or your trofo. That is alajiba womia. President Mahama wontesa. And that is why you can't associate lies with President Mahama. He thinks ahead. Or where ade be hia o man no yemma eni nchirima and he invest in that. And those things no kwa won fa nko Ujama o minor. Say the beya NPP NDC Ghana fu nyina. Ye benya so mfa so ne afaya so ntoma pa efra. That is why I've showed you a few, just a few polyclinics, health centers, chip compounds, can't want them. District hospitals, Bibriwa, you see, I jumped. And we will get another time and talk about part 2 of Mahama's achievements, the nation builder's achievements in the health sector. In the hand, lest we forget in ABC. And I believe, say, you watching, you agree with me. Say, you will be the Ghana Shannon 2024 and beyond, 2025 and beyond. It is none other than the nation builder. Yen will be a wayebida. Yen mani nyuma pa. En kasamano. Na yen form me shenesa. And President Mahama will not let us down. Ye call NDC and use segments. A free NDC and use segment in the BAPE. I'm going to talk to you about the 24-hour economy in the next few minutes. I will and Sunday the Neju Medino Abaye. Shwe ma misisi me basisi.
Let me be clear. I am utterly appalled and disappointed by the unprecedented unemployment rate we're seeing today. Perhaps if the government had not jettisoned the 40-year National Development Plan, which was developed by the NDPC during my presidency, they would have adopted and implemented my 24-hour economy initiative, which was contained in that document. And that would have saved Ghanaians from these levels of unprecedented unemployment. But as the saying goes, elections come with consequences. The stark reality is that the current 8-hour working system is inadequate to create the production, productivity, and well-paying jobs required for the revival of Ghana's currently bankrupt economy. It is also inadequate to produce enough goods and services for export. My young people, extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions for extraordinary results. The 24-hour economy initiative is the answer for now and the future. It will create an enabling environment with deliberate policies for business, companies, and government institutions to operate 24/7 in a 3-8-hour shift system. In addition to the traditional 8-hour system, the 2 additional work shifts that my administration will introduce will double and sometimes triple or quadruple the number of jobs that participate in public and private entities that we currently have. This is the 24-hour economy optimization strategy, giving more to society, providing efficient service delivery, and generating decent and well-paying jobs. The benefits of this system will include, but not limited to, 24-hour port and harbor services, 24-hour customs services, 24-hour DVLA services, 24-hour agro-processing factories, 24-hour manufacturing industries, 24-hour construction companies, 24-hour diversified sanitation and waste management services, 24-hour financial institutions, 24-hour healthcare services, not just emergency care, 24-hour community pharmacy care, 24-hour tourism, creative arts, and entertainment industry services, and 24-hour retail centers, and more and more and more. As has already been estimated, the Ghana Police Service alone, at its present capacity, will require nearly 25,000 new and additional personnel to manage the 24-hour economy additional working shifts. And keep in mind that the police service, as it stands now, even without the 24-hour economic initiative, already requires additional staff and motivation to meet the optimum police-to-population ratio. We'll adopt a multi-stakeholder approach because the beneficiaries of the 24-hour economy are diverse. Unemployed youth, including unemployed graduates, farmers, traders, small and medium-scale businesses, students who need vacation jobs, and the underemployed, no one will be left out. I'm determined to provide the necessary incentives such as favorable tax measures, cheaper and reliable power, financial support through the Ghana Exim Bank, oil revenue, and the National Women's Bank, which we will establish to soften the ground for both public and private participants who sign up to the 24-hour economy initiative in order to have a smooth takeoff.
That was the nation builder, President Mahama, explaining to you, in summary, the cracks of the 24-hour economy policy. This is just a 4-minute video. To just break it down in the Twi language, so that this 24-hour economy is what is going to change Ghana. We never ma Ghana ye krabewe because we need the ejuma pa eba Ghana. Not ejuma bi akeke, ejuma pa. A ni munyam wo ho aketua pa da ho. We never ma Ghana economy na nyina ye kese na ye ka bunka mafa ye so ayentimi ntua no yetimi atua. So let me just use a few minutes to summarize to you what President Mahama is talking about. Yedika edi nkomo we da we don't know where rekopoku. Bampenyi se abaso ba na meja pai. Enu tie ne yebesan so akabiem. Because omo tu mfutrogu amanfo ani on 24-hour economy no. So munya ya we will also we will not stop never preaching the gospel of the 24-hour economy according to John Dramani Mahama. So yaka 24-hour economy, what are we talking about? Very, very simple. A deliberate policy. Yewra Mahama ede bagana. Se ode enhyehyɛ egu akwam na ankrankra nyuma, whether businesses or companies. Any aban nyuma binom etumi aye adwuma 24/7. Omo adwuma no be 24/7. Because 24 hours are onyame de adom ye dakro bia no. Omo be chemu miensa. Don hwene nwotwe, don hwene nwotwe, don hwene nwotwe. Nti obi kwa adwuma no pa no nwotwe a ye adwuma don hwene nwotwe no wapo anwumre no 9. Na obi akwa adwuma no 9 wa ye adwuma no don hwene nwotwe no wapo 12 am. Na obi so akọ 12 am wa ye adwuma don hwene nwotwe wapo anopa 8. Ombetumi braje wo ma home. Brother. But the businesses and the economy will never sleep for 7. This is it. Very, very simple. 24-hour economy ni nyina no. That's me. But they do baby no. What be aba na de atwa wanim spelele. Ti se obi aminim no. Eni na watwe na sika na hye. Nti agesa wo kɔbɔ besia. E bi another 3,000. Wo kɔgye besia no so na wadi asɛ no. Enti wabɔ braboni akohwibreya fokubreya wabɔ masese wabɔ asesa ɛkae den amene wo ogi waketua na wuntimi mfa ntua woka ogi ye ekoka ka no so kra wuntimi ntua mu 1% mpu ɛna watena se adwen wudin se se metena ho de message be demiri famu se meye adwuma 8 hours pa na maje me bosom ya ketua 2,000 as a teacher. Ain't me so me ne me mane me yere no ye didie de be hye de be no mpo na kampesa etinye tua me ka ama me fi ohia ne yekam enu ntimi nya akwadworo me ye adwuma den instead of working 8 hours no me ye adwuma ne bia ka ho se ne be ya me sika be doso na metime tua me ho ka na me ma me yere muso anya ebra papa bi etimi abo abusuanfo so bi kasa wakabone ana. Just ask yourself this. This is what the 24-hour economy is about. Because Ghana and this teacher ni no wakobo brabone ama e ka mene no all because ye de o mine sheba womiansa wabe bobosia me ka mene o mine no. And therefore say ne President Mahama say Ghana yenye adwuma 8 hours pa. Da ben dan ye betumi yenye sika tua ye keya ye ntumi ntuai. Ai na ye pa che say omo ayede won kan omuntu kan nhye nimu carry forward na nchirima betua da ben ye betumi akreti inwuma ama memo ane mabawa omani etutu aka wonsem omunya adwuma. Today unemployment is so high, almost 15% from 8% under Mahama. And because of that, national security say yanhwe ade we betumi de how no ye na abagana. So this is a serious issue. And that is why President Mahama says we can't do the same things and expect different results. Extraordinary circumstances, extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions for extraordinary results. And until 8 hours agana yedi ye adwuma no yensesa no. Onyame aboye wa ma 24 hours. Abode mu nyanza pefo say ubetumi ada 8 hours e the 16 hours aka ye adwuma. Why do we work only 8 hours? Until obeye 24-hour economy. Businesses, companies, state institutions, binuma, maybe abe chirichiru mu, omo ye adwuma 24/7. Enti adwuma na wo ye no, ubetumi aye mienu instead of one. Na usika akosoro. Adwuma na unya bi nya because 8 hours, but say wo benya bi aye because ye be chiche mu miensa. Kwaku kwa no pa na ya wo kwa awia. Na amaso kwa anadwo. Wo enya adwuma no pa obenya adwuma anadwo. That is what the 24-hour economy is all about. Now, Obika said, I mean, why do we need a 24-hour economy? That is what I've explained to you. 24-hour economy, a policy, they solve so many problems at a time. Because they say, Ghana, the only way we can get out of it and go back on the capital market, and they say, your GDP, you seek a send to me, and said the out the year can to 2 years sika ho a ye can be kakrebi because and what the year cut to 2 years sika ho a ye sika ntimi ntua ye ka enu nti na ya bankrupt no. But as the 24-hour economy is rolled out, now more businesses are operating for more hours and producing more. Production is going up. The GDP, gross domestic product, and Ghana produce no ye wet no so kosoro. Enti ebe o de ye ka no to ye wet ne ho ebe ye kakra bi afi ye kopebosia obi be ma ye bi afi adwuma so a eni ho no 24-hour economy de adwuma eba sika e bi ni ho no abai ni nya more revenue because there is more production and more productivity, there is efficiency. So these are the benefits of 24-hour economy. Bebre na etore bi obi say what are the sectors? President Mahama boboma ma me sanso nsisu bi in the tape of a boy. In the just Sammy Gyamfi na meka. This is the manner what da me nyame asono daye. Say on for 24-hour economy mra. We say we will have 24-hour passport services. We will have 24-hour post and harbor services. We will have 24-hour custom services, 24-hour DVLA services. We nyina ya ba adwuma. But e wu hia ma yen. Yet o per passports Ghana ni supposed mean si na wunya bi. Minimum bi a apply for passport this year. Since January be seen in some kind of passport. Would you bribe still emma? Because even though you can apply for the passport on your phone, thanks to John Mahama or the online passport application, not by Wumi Awucha a Hontro. The processing of the passport not check. Enti under Mahama passport office, no anopa, just like we are doing now, 8 to 5. And now 4. Sa batch ne pon another batch beba for another 8 hours. Sa batch ne pon another batch beba. The same for ports. I have etimi bo peso amount for peso mu nyama mu ntumi nyi. No man ni hrisika na ni pay j bribes your connection. No. Let's give citizens better services. The demand is there. The pressure and traffic is there. President Mahama said the post too, the same thing. What this means, they say, send you my nyina. Say na passport office wo adwuma 400,000 24-hour economy nti mienu beka ho nti e 300,000. Wa wo hwe me no nti wunya bi nya na. The same for ports, the same for customs, the same for DVLA. Nti adwuma no formally no ebe cost times 2, times 3, times 4. And because these people are engaged in productive work, the state will benefit. The more passport application they process, the more revenue Ghana gets. The more goods we clear the port, the more revenue. It will be say, oh, now for baby is better to your moka. A good man or more yan who seek a banana near the bit your onka. That is it. That is what we mean by 24-hour economy. Eba be buame eduma buso. Na economy na ba womiani ekufu adwa se no. Afa ntomapa efra. Na the decran say apart from the public sector, private sector also can be. Enti agro processing factories, manufacturing industries, construction companies. Yama contractor kwa onko ye kwan ba ko. Oye ni 8 hours enti no timi dia femiensa. Na kwa no create to say amanfo person mo use kwa no ntumi use no mine bo woka. Ye tua ho interest on delayed payment. They say President Mahama say a major project say ye school say ye kwan construction. We ye 24/7 oh. Because abino ebe ma wo be mebo boso. Inti adwuma ye 400 laborers say welders for na wofa, carpenters for na wofa, mason for na wofa, omo be konsuo na wofa. Wo fa no mo ho miensa. Inti adwuma no be buso. Na kwan no wetumi aye ne ntem amoman na nya so mfa so. They are all here in toast processing into tin tomatoes the same thing. Or ye no mo miensa 8 hours. 3 batches of workers edwuma bebre so that they can produce more. Na Ghana yankasa yetimi di what we grow and process. Na yede dia kana kwa mono na yakoton akonya foreign exchange. That is what the 24-hour economy is about, to increase production, productivity, revenue, and more importantly, create sustainable jobs. In the financial institutions bebre Bola okwa brucha is sana najo. President Mahama the same thing, 24 hours, no break. Community farmer care, healthcare services, tourism, retail centers, he has spoken about all of them will run 24/7. Now, the Crown said there will not be any limit to the sectors that have benefited from the 24-hour economy policy. And in Mwabena abayin edebwa these private companies, the kind ahobambo security. What video no tie ni ya President Mahama ka say, ya the private security ni a police for bekabom. Na campaign a 1 year adwuma 24/7 bia ne amana hobambo ka hobambo ni wa 24-hour economy enye ye enti police for nko they need new police officers 25,000 Jabrantie we school SS otifi onya adwuma anya ope police vote for Mahama na 24-hour economy ni mra na nya police ni biko. Apart from that, private security companies are no be adwuma ni nyina no oboso be fa nipa bebre. Enti adwuma wo operate 24/7 bia no security for why ye bon ho ban. On the streets they are there, at your workplace they are there. Bia betumi akọ adwuma a unsuro hwe. Umpewe na pedie ben. Then tax incentives to our businesses need to my ready to natural. How can any business survive in this environment? The last time businesses in Koma free Ghana because of high taxes. Unilever for Big Pen, Glovo, which is a lot of businesses leaving Ghana to Cote d'Ivoire and our surrounding neighbors, our neighboring countries. Because taxes need also. President Mahama said, if you want investments to come, you want people to invest, businesses to thrive, then reduce our cost of production, cost of doing business. Not so. Back on the same tour, no, you better so. Back on the same Kenya buono. One of the huge overhead costs on President Mahama so better so. The special meter, who year you man ajoa, a tell kituebi as compared to what we year you may wear. Inti, obisio, any. Eduma for no be eduma anadwon because I want Kenya boy for there be. The meter is calibrated to read 24/7. So if you are not working during the day and consuming meter ne be hu anadwo, it will not read as it ought to read. You can't beat the system. And that is why there will be a 24-hour economy secretariat. There will be regulation. So people will not be able to take advantage. Now the end of say, President Mahama say, we'll give them financing support. Now you see, there are a lot of things to talk about under the 24-hour economy. And the main team, they will call baby here me pa. Sammy Gyamfi betunya Canada on the 24-hour economy. President Mahama betunya Canada. Sometimes NPP for say, oh, NDC communicators in Tininchrim. Communicator bakubi. I manage over 1,000 of communicators. And you know, no human institution is perfect. So it's possible to get a communicator there. On a particular day, I want prepare call radio so. It happens. And on said the 24-hour economy is not doable or it's not a good policy. And then I maybe make us about 24-hour economy now. Omuncha mi video name go to Facebook and trade me. And then I present Mahama kasa about 24-hour economy. Omuncha video name go to Facebook and trade me so unti. Ask yourself that. And then I recopokube jina hachire 24-hour economy. They are not able to share those videos to ridicule the policy because they know that the explanation is there. We've provided it. So, omo policy ni bi. Ubi sa mo say mo policy amodi be create adwuma we here. Omo say mo first year nema me. That is their policy. They don't have any policy to create jobs. Omo dey and say NDC for ntimi nchiro policy. Where is yours? But let you know the verdicts of impenyinfo a omo wonim die enyuma yokuo a omo nye NDC omo nye NPP. Omo nyina omo dwen Mahama 24-hour economy ne ho. I want you to see what day these neutrals are saying about the 24-hour economy policy. Number one, TUC, Trade Union Congress. Ghana Jumayofo nyina ku bad time. Ghana Jumayofo nyina NPP NDC fo nyina ka ho. This is their verdict. Or say it is a great idea. TUC boss says Mahama 24-hour economy could be the game changer. Charges youths to get ready for jobs. This man is not a politician. Only economists. Any meduma wansem change NPP serial callers, ni social media communicators na omo kasa pan. Onim che omo 100 times. Or say kasa maganda jumayofo. Say this is a game changer. Producer abo video ni mae. No mo huye no mo hwe.
We are also very interested and we are eager to know a lot more about his great idea of a 24-hour economy. I think this one, comrade, you have to take your time. Because I can imagine the amount of jobs that this kind of thing will create. That could be the game changer. I'm telling you that you have opportunity in this country. We work 24 hours, 3 shifts. So if you don't get a job in the morning, you can get it in the afternoon or in the night. So where are the young people? Get ready for jobs.
Where are the young people? Get the NPP ni kachro. Listen to the experts. Listen to the experts. Obi beka so we edwumayofo akrache for. Okay, yenko ti edwadifo so. Edwadifo wo Ghana nyina wuku. Ye from Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA. Almost so asemo makeni. GUTA president endorses Mahama's 24-hour economy.
Excellency, let me give you one thing about your 24-hour economy. I think we had a program at School of Mass Communication. It was live. And I've actually thank you for this. At that time, people were just opposing. I said, no. If even you say that it is already there, there's nothing wrong for us to enhance it. And there's more that we can do in the night. There's more that we can do in the night. There are so many things that are creating nuisance in the afternoon. A lot of them. That when you go to Opera Square, when you go to Kantamanto, when you go to Okanshi, in the afternoon where people are shuttling around, that's where we are offloading our goods. And so it makes the place very congested and can. So, Your Excellency, let's think about the things that create nuisance in the day and put them in the night. So, it shouldn't be difficult for us to say that when you are clearing your goods within the weekdays where market is going on, unless maybe it is Sunday.
This is the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Obeng, Doctor. What do you think about it? About the 24-hour economy policy. Many sure as a political party be the policy about Ghana. neutrals, TUC, Guta, all of them applauding that this is a good policy. We na Ghana everywhere. If you are still not convinced, let me show you more. This is Institute of Economic Affairs, IE. Dr. John Kwache, the Director of Research. We muna o the policy be ba. Omu wonim di omu ye hwehwemu se policy ni ye papa na nye papa. Hana na ji mensa ye adwuma. Muntie di okan. It was a 24-hour economy apt for a country with high unemployment. It was a 24-hour economy. And ya dear pa Ghana o man ye adwuma nim no ye hia. This is the IE, Institute of Economic Affairs, not NPP, not Sammy Gyamfi. I've shown you TUC, I've shown you Guta, I've shown you IE, I'll show you more. Federation of Labor. Labor unions, Ghana, Bibre, Omukubatani, Federation of Labor. The story says Federation of Labor supports 24/7 economy proposal. This is Federation of Labor. And on chain, labor unions applaud Mahama's 24-hour economy policy. Modern Ghana published it. It is here. I'm giving you the evidence. Me too actually CA, Guta, the TUC, all of them will be as a year. Education for students in also National Union of Ghana Students. Ekubata and Wohoma education for what Ghana. Listen to their verdicts. Guta, NUCS, emphasis on NUCS. Students what Ghana NPP, NDC for Yinakambi. NUCS endorse Mahama's 24-hour economy policy. Graphic online. December 5th, 2023. Evidence in it. Maybe you are not convinced. In Benyisi Bomochiche, Ufinsu ase beka choso denche mawu aye ni nechinye. Obi aniwa on NDC ni John Mahama asem chen NPP ni. One of them oboye chipa oyene swafo hwe omeyayare hwe ne yayare sabia apumudi hu nsem so Minister for Health Dr. Bernard Okuboy Uni Bobo type papa on na kasa about 24-hour economy mo hwe 24-hour economy. I am not the kind who will say it is not possible. What? Wait a minute. 24-hour economy. I am not the kind who will say it is not possible. Dr. Okoboy. I said, maybe the mean can say it is not possible because it is possible. NPP knew. Someone with NPP for no crowd mugu one wodo. It will mole for no. Mole for no. The NDC baby almost saying but Dr. Fone will say we dear. Adie no cray back President Mahama we BT. This is a good policy for Ghana. Maybe if we say Ghana web for the year Okuboyanka. Well, producer, play the video and let everybody see it.
I'm not the kind who will say that a policy is not possible. No. I mean, I don't work in that realm. Everything that you think of is possible. Manche, 24-hour economy has existed in some form, percentage. Maybe let's say it's 1%. Anybody who says we can take it to 80% is not dreaming, it's possible. But it is the details that will show how fast we move. And for me, let me make it.
So it's not a bad idea.
Oh.
I know we don't have time. But this is the Minister of Health. I
am not the kind who will say that a policy is not possible. No. I mean, I don't work in that realm. Everything that you think of is possible. Manche, 24-hour economy has existed in some form, percentage. Maybe let's say it's 1%. Anybody who says we can take it to 80% is not dreaming, it's possible. But it is the details that will show how fast we move. And for me, let me make it.
So it's not a bad idea.
Oh.
All right, so that is Dr. Okoboy. Need I say more? No. Me have me okra nkabinka. NPP ni. So onse no nyame si ye ne nyema. Onyame na kwan doso. Omo ye enye no. Akaba akwa se masaka no kre ade ne bebo Ghana ka. Mahama na dia de paba. So onse APF na no. Pie. So because it's possible, boy, possible. So I didn't know how ye kitten. It is possible. That is what Okuboy said. You can go and watch the full video. This is another NPP MP. Where they are no correct into what to abetiano. MPP. Nipe bia ni wa MPP mu a kind of crowd they will continue to vote for you. Dr. Dixon Adomako Kisi MP for Nyanso too. I say MP praises Mahama NDC for 24-hour economic proposal. I'm ready to me video next time I watch or Metro TV or Bob President Mahama Basosa, and that is why they voted against him. Now this is CPP. And now we're joining the Great Alliance with Alan Chairman, Dr. Abu Sakara on NDC ni. Omo ami you manu di semchere wu nyina no. Omo NDC for either MPP for and neutrals. Ne de keka ho doctors. I don't see anything wrong with 24-hour economy policy, Dr. Abu Sakara. Now we na hear me there no. Alan Kwadwo Chairman. This is the manner MPP for kofa no. Man be one district, one factory mawomo. He was Minister for Trade for I think more than 6 years, if I'm not mistaken. Alan Chairman say you lack understanding in politics. Alan jabs Bawumia, critics of Mahama 24-hour economy. I said where dama or can ni we twikasem. It may be say itie video no na who the Alan Chairman kan about Mahama's visionary, revolutionary 24-hour economy policy. Shall we mame?
John Mahama. Obeka say only the Oba or the 24-hour economy, never. Yes, sir. So, Kasa on Carboni Obi Obeka say 24-hour economy, no, and ya the papa no, next or no anti politics, I say.
This is Alan Kwadwo Chairman. I've shown you what Afrafrantoaka or Snowfall CIA. Afrafranto CAE, Alliance for Abu Sakara, Dr. Abu Sakara or CAE, TUC for say Ebeboa game changer, Guta for say Papa students CAE, Institute for Economic Affairs. Intisa MPP, serial caller na social communicator no, Yamani 200 Ghana, 300 Ghana data. I don't know they run a 24-hour economy as it's because on Tiasia. Omo matena bruchira oma ye adwuma mienu miensa a day. Obi ani wo be run 24-hour economy down. O man bia wo be kwa ho mu ti se Ghana no. The 24-hour economy is your only way, especially when the majority of your population ya babunu but o mu nya adwuma. 24-hour economy de be me adwuma na ba. Ento your babunu na wo hweme na wo pe adwuma. We need a so ene John Mahama. John Mahama thinks about you. John Mahama cares about you. John Mahama unyame na so no dae. So for 24-hour economy imra. Na how kese number 1 eda Ghana so ye adwuma sem no. Ye mfa metu ase. Na memo ane mabawa. Omo wie school omo suansa no adwuma. Omo person omo de omo ho de ye adwuma. Obi anya bibi nye. Na my Ghana intimi mfa no tuma pemfra. This is NDC 360, the 9th edition, and this brings me to the end of my presentation. This segment was the NDC and you, and today we just spent time briefly to talk about the 24-hour economy policy. Dear Dewumuni said, Mahama oyanokafo, osia waye waye bida, and so you can trust him to deliver on the 24-hour economy policy. Let's read a few messages. The first one I have here is Ataglia Raphael Adegiyoke. Dr. Bawumia, the chairman of the economic mismanagement team, is not different from a fraudulent company. Dr. Bawumia can never be trusted. Asante Yautenkran say, a vote for Bawumia is a vote for Kufuado and NPP to continue our current hardship. How profound. A vote for Bawumia is a vote for Kufuado and NPP to continue our current hardship. Otu abanema Bawumia, upana Kufuado ne nache mafia for no watu ama omo beka bo masanso abetwe aso ama ye ho akire. That is what Asante Yao is saying. Yusuf Abendao, or say Alhaji Bawumia is the worst vice president we have had in the Fourth Republic. He is only good at lies. That's a fact. Then Michael Gaddafi, Dukrugu, I said Dr. Bawumia has no integrity. He has allowed lies to destroy him. Ishaku Salifu say, JDM is the person to be trusted and we will vote for JDM. Next. Messages no. Next. Nene Gaddafi GH. I said Bawumia lies with arrogance and confidence. Bawumia utatura. or the kukodro and a journey a hand time the chatrono. To one way Ghanaians, please watch out. He is coming like Ruto of Kenya. Let's not give him that chance. That came from Nene Gaddafi of Ghana. Shamsuddin say, vote for Mahama to rescue Ghana from looters. And Frederick in Hana Ajay say, we thank for the sports bet cancellation tax. And in fact, the NDC manifesto will be launched very soon. Latest by the end of the second week of August, the manifesto will be launched. Now, President Mahama launched manifesto now. Taxes be bobo so idea hochirabano. Mobet what he has to say about it. There are a lot of the taxes he's going to scrap. It's not just the promise here, because Bawumia too will be promising to scrap taxes. He has already started promising. But on no day he can scrap the taxes today, like President Mahama said. He doesn't have to make a promise. This is all time will allow me to read. Next week, we may have more time to read more messages. In this was the 9th edition of NDC 360. Mediane Sammy Gyamfi Musonfo. Achame Nema NDC Amajoko. Yeda Wezo TV for us. Inuya Standogbe and then a poundful. Yeda Angel TV. Inuya Benny, Erica Hianyo. Inuya Papa Ewofa Yebibia Julius Debra Yeda Omwase. Miami Nuya Echo Kevin Taylor. O US Abruchima on allow Silence TV Q Yeda Mwase. Maranatha TV for Yeda Mwase. Yeda Unuya TV for so ase. Yeda Angel TV for ase. Omo mofa Jumedi live in Yeda Obibiase. And those who will be repeating the show on Kesben, Kwesieda 8 p.m. on Adom TV, Wezo TV, all of them, Yeda Obiase will be broadcasting that. And so, Mr. said, so won't follow NDC 360 on Facebook. This is the opportunity. This is your time. Follow NDC 360 on Facebook, on X, that is formerly Twitter, and on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Yeah, the exceptional. Maybe I will share when to me and read the whole show. We may see BB. The short exceptional. A bought and 7 fano. Yeah, the Nini all the previous shows are there. You can go there and watch the clips. Share them with your friends, with your family, so that